How's it going today, guys? This is G back with another Fortnite commentary. Today I got a little solo squad gameplay from one of the new limited time modes, Gold. So you're going to see me playing against teams of 4, 3, some 2, and some singles as well. And I'm going to give you guys tips, kind of my thought process throughout the game, how I can help you guys possibly improve on your gameplay. As you can see, this was a pretty, you know, fulfilled and eventful match. I think there's going to be a lot of things that we can learn from not only myself, but you guys as the viewers as well. So I'm going to speed up some of this timeline here so we can get into the gameplay. All right, so my first thinking here, definitely wanted to check out the way that the flight path was going to be going. Decided to drop Tilted. I was just trying to get, honestly, this was my first game of the morning. Woke up, I was going to play a couple games before work, so I definitely wanted to get a hot drop in, so I just dropped Tilted right away. As you can see on the mini map there, there's a ton of people coming Tilted, which is always a good way to warm up for any game mode, but especially a limited time mode. Now, I usually like to land at this building back here by Central Park. I just call it Tacos because it does have the taco stand here. I noticed a semi-auto sniper, obviously grabbed that off the rip. Not the ideal weapon you want to start with though. Looking for a pistol and find one here. Now, just breaking furniture, trying to get some materials in case I run into someone. I hear someone running behind me, so I decide to place a trap down real quick and then chase this guy down. Doesn't look like he has a weapon. Trying to preserve my ammo, make sure I hit every shot. As you can see, I have not that much ammo in my suppressed pistol currently. So now I hear a chest. I wanted to jump down here, kind of see what, if there was anything in the taco stand itself. Break in to get this ammo crate. Luckily, I do get some ammo for my suppressed pistol. Now I hear this chest up here. I'm going to head over to the right, grab more ammo, break through. Decide to grab that suppressed pistol as well, just so I can dual wield pistols. Or not dual wield per se, but switch to back and forth. Luckily found a chug jug as well as a gold. Now I did hear this guy get hit by my trap. I heard it go off a second ago. Unfortunately, it didn't kill him. I'm still trying to get that challenge from yesterday. But immediately run downstairs, pop him in the head once. He went down, finish him off. Decided to drop the semi-auto sniper, mainly because I did pick up that gold bolt. I do prefer the bolt over the semi-auto just for the headshot damage alone. Now I do see this guy here. Able to get a pretty good body shot off of him. Unfortunately, it wasn't a headshot, but that's okay. Finish him off with a suppressed pistol. Now, as you can see with the outlines there, you can tell there's someone in that building breaking down to get that chest. Obviously, I can't see him currently, just able to see him in this replay mode. But, you know, just right now, just chug-jugging up. As you can see, I didn't have much shield. Definitely wanted to get some health before I go into more fighting. A lot of people died and Tilted already, as you can see there on the mini-map. There's looks like to be about 8 people left. Line up the headshot on him, pretty easy kill. I believe that was probably the last of the squad of 4 that I took out. So, currently, just want to take a look here at the kills. So as you can see, got 4 kills. Just went over to loot this guy. Now, my thought process here is I hear shots south, so I definitely want to get up on top of this building, get some high ground, possibly look around. Not still too sure where the shots were coming from. As you can see, that dude's healing behind that car. Unfortunately, I don't see him on first glance right now. I also did hear some shots towards Trump Tower in the middle of Tilted over there. So that's why I'm keep peeking back this way as well, just to see if I catch anyone heading that way. Right now, just kind of posted up, trying to wait to see some movement. Unfortunately, still can't see that guy healing behind the car there, but decided to drop down anyways. I knew there was someone over here. As you can see, he is now moving inside. I believe we do engage here in a second, but at this point, I'm still just trying to honestly, you know, loot up. I hear him walking on the other side. I do catch a glimpse of his foot right there, I believe, so I want to run around this way. I believe he actually crouches this way as well. Luckily, I'm able to get a couple headshots on him. He's dead. Now I have an AR. By killing him, I was able to pick up this scar. So now I pretty much have everything I need to fight. Obviously, we're still waiting on a shotgun, but for those of you who don't know, in this game mode, shotguns only come with the airdrops. They're not floor spawn or chest spawn. So still have yet to find one of those. Do decide to go pick up this trap here currently. take a look at the kill count now. I believe I am up to 5 now. At this point, yeah, still just 5. Now, trying to find some more action. I know there's at least a couple more squads here, if not at least one squad, because I did hear some fighting over here earlier. Try and catch a glimpse. Don't really see anyone. Looks like they're all hiding in the Trump Tower currently. There's one kind of in the back there. So at this point, I'm just trying to get a shot. I noticed I get a shot from behind and from the front. So I jumped down. I definitely am going to start getting pinched here. So I wanted to attack these people up on the hill. I didn't want to really fight with the guys inside of the Trump Tower just because they have a lot more cover. I figured it'd be a lot easier for me to sneak up behind these guys since they are probably still preoccupied. They definitely saw the other team shoot at me. Excuse me. Can't talk right now as well. So my whole thinking was they're going to be engaging in a fight. I'm going to try and sneak up behind them while I'm do so. I hear a shot up on the hill up here. Take a peek. Didn't see him initially. Wanted to get some more high ground. Now I do see him. Line up a headshot, knock him. Not really worried about him right now. I think I do try and end him, or look at least to end him with a snipe. Not able to get that shot. But I want to head up the hill this way because I know there was some people here. Line up another headshot. Now I want to get some shots on him. Now I know his teammate's probably going to be running over here, so I build up real quick, ramp up. He does break my stuff. Luckily I'm able to take him out with my scar. I want to get some quick loot here. At this point I see this guy in front of me. He's got the hop rock, so I'm just kind of staying calm right now. Do want to get some good shots into him, finish him off with a headshot. Now I'm still getting shot from inside of Tilted from Trump Tower, so at this point I'm trying to just scramble, look for ammo, look for building materials. Wanted to grab this grenade launcher. Now I'm going to head over this way and see if I can get some peek shots on these guys. For those of you wondering, I do prefer the Scar over the Gold FAMAS, the burst gun currently. That unfortunately was a missed snipe, but I'm deciding to roll with the Scar. I like its damage to buildings and structures a lot more than the burst, any burst assault rifle. I always choose the AR over the burst. Luckily did get the headshot that time. Now I want to edit a window real quick here, block my left, see if I can get a cheeky shot on these guys. Realize I need a floor first. Try to line up a headshot. I thought he was going to peek out, but he didn't. This guy ended up pushing up to me. I do get sniped from Trim Tower, which is unfortunate. It takes away some of my health, but I did down that one guy. So at this point, I have a chug jug, I believe, in my inventory, which I'm going to go over here and use real quick, just so I make sure to get up to my full health. I want to make sure that I am set to go, and I do fight this squad, because I believe now that I downed their teammate, they would probably be pushing me. And as you can see on the minimap, that's exactly what's happening. So after I get this chug jug, my immediate reaction is to just go up and fight them. I have one of them down. Even if they pick him up, he's going to be weak, and he's not going to have enough time to get off a chug jug by the time I get there. So I know he'll be pretty one-shot. As you can see, he was bandaging right there. I saw this other guy move to the right. I was able to down both of them. Now at this point, I'm trying to end this guy, and I go over here to end this one as well, waiting for his teammate to come. I figured he would be a lot closer, but I did notice him start to build up here. So now I start to ramp up higher so I can get the high ground on him. Have to finish my reload because unfortunately I was a scrub and did not finish that before. Game end that guy, go back to the right, tap him in the head, now he's dead. So there's a whole nother team of 4 dead. At this point, I believe everyone in Tilted has died. At least that's what I'm thinking in my head. Currently sitting at 14 kills. Doing pretty good on mats and ammo and guns. The only thing I'm still missing, unfortunately, is that shotgun. But at the same time, it's not too big a deal, just because a lot of the teams I'm running into, I know they haven't grabbed a airdrop as well. So they haven't had the opportunity to get a shotgun in their inventory either. So it's pretty much going to be a straight up AR fight, sniper fight, or they'll have to run at me with a suppressed pistol to try and end me close. So at this point, I've pretty much taken care of everyone in Tilted. I did hear some shots behind me east, but I didn't really want to worry about those too much now. They were pretty far off in the distance. Now, at this point, I remember I downed a guy initially over here, and I wanted to head this way just to see if his teammates had come to pick him up. By now, I assume they had. I didn't get a chance to end him, and I'm not sure. I was never sure if he was one of those people that pushed me. So we're just heading this way, see if we can encounter those guys. At this point, there's 22 people left. I'm sitting at 14 kills, so in my head, I'm thinking there's still 21 alive. Possibility for a 35 kill game. Obviously, you know, probably not going to get the rest of the kills, but at this point, I'm going super aggro, just trying to find anyone that I can. See this Bambi scrolling, get a nice body shot and an immediate down. go for the game end just so I can get the extra 15th kill there. At this point, I'm looking around. Obviously, his teammates, I would assume his teammates would have been pretty close to him, but it turns out they weren't. So I'm just trying to locate his teammates, see where they're at, go to loot his body, see if he did have a shotgun. Unfortunately, he did not, so still don't have that close range engagement. So I'm just trying to find where anyone's coming from. The circle's closing in from the south, which is why I keep peeking behind me as I'm running towards the circle myself. Want to make sure I do not get caught off guard, make sure no one is behind me. I like to keep, especially when playing solo squads, I like to keep my back as close to the circle as possible. That way I can basically wall off one way that I need to look, right? Like if I'm playing it right, there shouldn't be anyone behind me. So I don't need to check two ways, I just need to check in front of me. Now I do see this guy building and blocking himself, so he must have saw me first. Don't really want to bother with that right now, just because I'm assuming he's going to keep building. There's a couple, looks like a couple instances in there where I could have gotten a shot off. But I do have 3 launch pads, so I decided to launch pad over to him. Again, I'm just being super aggro, trying to get as many kills as I can at this point. You know, just trying to quote unquote pad the stat line. I hit this guy quite a bit, honestly. Start potatoing here for a second. Decide to build some cover just to make sure I do ensure that I get this guy down. Decide to go high road on him, knock him down. Now at this point, he goes down, so I know he has teammates. I see at least one of them in the storm. Decide to end this guy and move forward. I downed this one as well. I did not see the third initially, so I wanted to get out there as quick as possible. I decided to down him in the storm because main reason being I don't want his buddy to be able to pick him up, so I decided to get out of there. I do have a chug jug, I believe, so I'm going over here to heal, just get away from everyone. I want to make sure I cover my bases here. Now I'm popping this chug jug. So as you can see, there's still that guy in the storm. I believe he's trying to revive his buddy, but I think I actually ended up getting the kill from him dying. I don't know if it's gone through yet, but I do have 17 currently at this point, only down to 13 left, 12 other than me. So at this point, I see that the lobby's dwindled pretty far. Obviously, it went from a possibility of a 35 kill game down to a 20, what is that, 29? So not terrible, but I definitely want to keep going aggro here. I see some building this way, so I scope in, see if I can see anybody. Make the judgment call that there's really no one there for me. Now, there's still this guy, Mr. Dogas, I believe. I'm not really sure. Or Mr. Dogs, there we go. I don't know why I thought there was an A in there. He's still to my right. I obviously don't know that. You can just see that with the illuminated version here in the replay system. But I decided to push up on this hill. Reason being, I still have another launch pad left. I did notice a structure up on that other hill, and I would assume the way the circle is panning out right now that there's probably someone up there. So my whole thought process was I'm going to get up as high as I can, launch pad to someone that I see. And if, you know, worst comes to worst, I can always just launch pad over to that other hill where I know that person is hiding currently. So once I get up here, I obviously check my back just to make sure there's no one else up on this high point. And then I start looking around. Now, I notice the guy over there. Take a shot. He did put a building up. That's unfortunate. But I see him building up into the sky. So obviously my thinking is he's definitely going to launch pad out. So I decided to launch pad out as well. Not necessarily just to follow him, but I also need to get into the circle myself. And the circle is ending over here in Pleasant. So at first I do follow this guy for, you know, a little bit just to see where he lands. Notice he lands on, I like to call that Modern House. And so I decided to swoop in over here. He's fighting someone. Unfortunately, I didn't have my sniper reloaded, or I might have been able to get a pretty good headshot opportunity on him. I decided not to take the shot, switched to my AR, got a pop shot on him. Now, I'm hoping to get a snipe on this guy. Unfortunately, I shoot just a little too late to get that headshot as he's falling. Keep checking my back just to make sure there's no one up on that high point. Now, I noticed a team of... I know, well, I didn't know it was a team at the time, but I noticed a person over there in that building that he's fighting with. Right now, I'm just trying to get some ramp coverage. I still keep peeking that guy because I think he's still in there. But at this point, I notice there's 3 people sitting in this base. So there's a full team over there lining up sniper shots and whatnot. So I'm trying to get a shot. I down one. So now my whole thinking is I'm going to push. This guy's engaging with him from the right. I have one of their teammates down. This is an opportunity to get center circle for the next one. And not only that, put myself in a good position, a grenade launcher. I do have a grenade launcher, so at this point, I'm trying to get close enough to take out those 3 people. I think that would be the last full team left. Now, I didn't notice this guy. He actually jumped out of this base. I think I realize that now when I scope in and don't see him. But I was a little sloppy here. Didn't really check my right side. But anyways, I ramp up, do protect my right a little bit. Start launching some nades into there. And luckily, I believe here in a second. So I think I down. I don't end up downing it. Well, I ended up sniping that guy from the down. Tried to end him. Just got a headshot. Now, luckily, I do look to my right here. Notice this guy coming up. He's got a shotgun, as you can see, but I was able to headshot him twice real fast. Pretty much take him down to, pretty much delete him. Just laser him from, very close. At this point, I'm just finishing off these guys. I had one of them down, so I just keep grenade launching this way. As you can see, I'm getting a couple knocks here and there. Downed one of them, and that was the last guy hiding under the pyramid here. He decides to go out to the left. Missed my shot. Trying to reload here. I want to make sure I want to make sure I don't get shotgun. I wasn't sure if he had a shotgun or not, so I was trying to play it a little safe there at the end. So now it's just down to a 1v1 situation. 21 kills currently. So at this point, I have no idea where this last guy is. It's a single, obviously, one-on-one. So I have to get back into the circle. So right now, I'm just looking for a chug jug, see if either of them had a chug jug or anything else I could heal with. Obviously, I pick up a mini here. Luckily, there was one left. Take that. So I believe I'm at 140 health. It didn't get me all the way to 50. I see this crate here, so I move forward towards that, trying to find some healing in here. I want to check all of these corners. Obviously, want to make sure I'm not getting shot at from somewhere. At this point, I still don't know where the guy is, the last guy. Heading down this way. Wanted to set up in the middle of the soccer field. Luckily, he misses a pretty easy snipe on me, and whip out my sniper real quick and pop him in the head. So that's just a quick gameplay. As you can see, 17 minutes was a pretty quick game, solo squads. Finished with 22 kills, by far, one of my better gameplays, I could say. Obviously, it's in a limited time mode, so there's a little quirkiness with it only being gold guns, but I still think it was definitely something you guys can learn from as far as my thought process on how I play and positioning throughout fights. So thanks again for tuning in to this week's Fortnite commentary. My name is G, and I'll catch you on the battle bus.